Hi, my name is Jim Osterhout from Palatine, Illinois. 19 years ago, I was introduced to an opportunity, actually, that I wasn't looking for. I was the Midwest Regional Director for a company in the computer industry. I was covering 17 states. I was responsible for 30 people. Sometimes I traveled 5 days a week. I had no time for anything. But I looked at this and I thought about that computer industry, and one thing I realized that nothing was forever, especially in the computer industry. The 90s were great. We made an awful lot of money, but one thing I knew about the computer industry was nothing was forever. So I thought, maybe I do need a backup. So I revisited that opportunity, thought about it, listened to some people, and decided, let's see what happens. I had a couple of young kids at home. I had not yet put together anything for their college fund, so I thought, maybe I could make an extra $1,000, maybe $1,500 a month if I got lucky, start a college fund. I started doing the business on a very part-time basis around my job, and every year I made a little bit more money. That first year, doing it on a very, very part-time basis, I earned $18,000 in about 7 months. Second year, still doing it part-time around my job, I made $40,000. Every year it continued to grow. By the fourth year in the business, my income was into six figures. I had gone over $100,000 a year on a part-time basis. At the end of the 90s, the computer industry went into a big downward spiral. The company I was with was acquired by another company. I ended up in a situation I didn't care for, and I said, you know what, I don't need this anymore. And by that time, my part-time income had grown to almost $200,000 a year. I walked away from the computer industry and never looked back. Interestingly enough, the computer industry, the last day I worked was the last day I got paid. What I had to show for over 20 years in that industry was a couple of 401ks, and yet this little part-time business that I started doing from home 19 years ago continues to this day to pay me six-figure income, and I know we'll continue to do this for the foreseeable future. And best of all, it's a little business. I can leave it to my family, so obviously I'll be doing it as long as I can, and then my family and my kids are virtually set up for the rest of their lives.